Hey guys, so today we're going to be building, we're going to be rebuilding the artifact list I made a while ago. But before that, for some reason they're, limiting MX Saber Invoker. I don't know why this card is banned in the first place, but it's going to one, I guess. That doesn't really warrant a video, so if you don't know, there you go. Well, anyways, so I realized, after recording that video that we can use, like, for example, Degda, and then we can use, well, for now, let's put in, like, Scythe and then Lancia, like so. That we can use Ultimaya Tzolk'in alongside Degda to just rapid fire, just summon a bunch of, like, Crystal Wings. So let's just say we're running, like, 3 Crystal Wings. I don't know what good. Well, I guess we can check if they're good Synchro 7-8 dragons, because you can just cheat those out, right? And they have to be specifically dragons, I believe. Let's see. One set level 7 or 8 Dragon Synchro monster from your extra deck. Okay, so only 7 or 8 Dragon Synchro monsters, so this is like the comprehensive list of what we can cheat out. Let's see. So Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon is only, the effect to summon back is only on Synchro Summon, but you're still technically able to quick Synchro using Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon by cheating it out. Good to know, I suppose. There is a Void Ogre Dragon as well. Void Ogre might not be bad if we don't run any hand traps. We can just get rid of our, like, whole hand and we're okay. How about this? This is on Synchro Summon, so that's probably no good. Chaos Ruler, Synchro Summon. And this card is Synchro Summoned. Destroy all cards. Nope. Ancient Fairy Dragon actually is, like, alright to cheat out because it'll add you a field spell. So, and you can special summon level 4 lower monsters, so that's worth consideration, I guess. Unity Knight Gorm Bar does nothing. Mikhail. Ignition effect. Unity Knight Trident. Once per turn, you can send up to 3 cards you control to the graveyard. Look at your opponent's extra deck, and if you do, send an equal number of cards from there to the graveyard. Is there a good way to, like, abuse this? This would be pretty humorous. Up to 3. Dragon Tuner and a non-tuner winged beast monster. I just looked at this and realized this is actually a soft once per turn. So that's pretty interesting. And this isn't on, like, Synchro Summon or whatever. So we could use Ultimaya Tzolk'in to summon, like, Trident once. And we can just, like, get rid of our opponent's extra deck this way. And that's a little bit humorous. Alright. Lavalval Salamander. Yeah, I don't think that does anything. It's a Lavalval. I just glanced. Okay, once per turn, when you take damage, you can send up to 5 cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard. Then if any monsters were sent to the graveyard by this effect, this card gains 400 attack. If you inflict damage onto yourself at any time, this should just trigger and then mill 5. I don't know. This isn't too hard to summon, so, like, maybe it's just usable. Sun Dragon Inti. I don't think this does anything. Hot Red Dragon Arcfiend. Okay. So, just taking another quick glance. I don't think the majority of these do anything right. Yeah. Wait. Huh. This can summon something in your, from your Pendulum Zone. I don't know if that's useful or not, honestly, but you can, I guess. Okay, so we have Clear Wing Synchro Dragon as an option, and then we have Clear Wing Fast Dragon. Let's see, what does this do? Quick effect, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, though special zone from the extra deck until the end of this turn. Change its attack to 0, also negate that face-up monster's effects. You can only use this effect of Clear Wing Fast Dragon once per turn. If this card in the monster zone is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can place this card in your Pendulum Zone, and this is a forever negate, yes? No. it's not. It's still the end of turn. Okay. And then it has some speedrun related effect. So, probably not relevant. Pendulum effect. Clear Wing Synchro Drain. Once per turn, when another level 5 or higher monster activates its effect on the field, quick effect, you negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. Once per turn, when a monster effect is activated that targets one level 5 or higher monster on the field and no other cards, you can negate the activation. If you do, destroy. Discard effect destroys a monster. This card gains attack equal to the destroyed monster's original attack until the end of this turn. Negate activation, destroy. And then if monster effect targets level 5 or higher monster on the field, negate and destroy. So this effect is somewhat useless, I think. This one is more relevant. You can also summon Borload Savage, but Borload Savage would be for no effect. So mostly nothing, I guess. Stardust Dragon. This is it when a card effect is activated that would destroy a card. You can tribute this card, negate activation, and then you can special summon this card from your graveyard. So that's pretty useless since you don't get the recursion there. Scarlight. Huh. This has some, like, FTK potential. You can summon this multiple times, I guess. How many times would you have to do this? Like, let's assume you use your EMZ, and then you give your opponent 5 monsters, you have 5 monsters yourself. Then that would do 5,000 damage, I guess? So you would only need to do like 4,000 twice with Scarlight to FTK, right? But it has to be actually special summoned effect monsters. So you can't give them like just tokens off of Garden. Okay. That complicates things. And they can't be normal monsters, so they can't be tokens to begin with. Huh. Well, whatever. Buster Dragon. Wait, you can just cheat out Buster Dragon. All monsters your opponent controls become dragons. Does that do anything for you? I don't think it does, actually, right? Exploder Dragon Wing. Seems old and crusty. Alright. Scrap Dragon. That does nothing. Alright. So the majority of these don't seem to do a whole lot. That or their effect is on Synchro Summon. So I think like general best is probably Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. But aside from that, actually, 100 Eyes Dragon is a little bit interesting to cheat. I have something in mind for this, potentially. Not 100% sure just yet, but the condition to summon this is just moderately annoying. Being able to cheat it out instead is not bad. Void Ogre is like, alright, being a spell trap negate. But you require no cards in hand, so if you get board wiped, it's over. Like, Sphere Mode, you'll have no other response after you do this, I guess. Probably best played with, like, Infernity, so you'll have, like, relevant back row as well, I guess. So aside from that, we're looking at Clear Wing, Fast Dragon, maybe? Nah, not really. So just Clear Wing, Synchro Dragon probably works, so we'll be able to trigger this however many times we want. If we actually ran more, I don't think, like, we should have targets after, like, turn 3. I mean, we could, right? Technically, but I don't think it'll work out that well. Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, I guess, is not, like, bad as another target. But, you know, I think we'd be overcommitting to just the Ultima Tzolk'in Degda kind of, what's the word I'm looking for here? Synergy? Because, you know, Artifact Degda allows you to set an artifact monster from your hand or deck to your spell and trap zone, and then that will trigger Ultima Tzolk'in, and we can do that once on our turn, once on our opponent's turn. Like, every single time that happens, that will trigger Ultimate Tzolk'in, and we can just cheat out like a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, for example, of course. So maybe there's some reason we would want that, but I don't know. Right now we're struggling a little bit. So for now, let's just put in like Verte, and then let's do I guess DBE package. So let's throw in Dasher. Then let's throw in Denier, DP, and Fusion Destiny. And that's good enough, honestly. I don't want to really commit more than this right now. So then next thing on the list is I would want to like spam out bodies. So we can make Ultimaya Tzolk'in using like Punk, for example, and that's totally doable. So we can emergency teleport, and it's also somewhat helpful to be able to use the draw power of Punk to our advantage. So I guess we should run this just to have the option to use this if necessary, right? To go Amazing Dragon, I mean. So for now, I guess we'll throw in pretty min-maxed, I guess, package. So something like this, and then maybe a few of these, 3 of these, and then do we want Ogre Dance? I mean, I guess why not? Let's throw in that many for now. And we can't allow ourselves to be cucked by Maxi here, so we need Ash Blossom, and then Called By, and that puts us at 29. So we still have room for stuff. I mean, we can adjust this package a bit so it's not as reliant on the normal summon, maybe? I mean, I'm just thinking about it. But whatever. Actually, if it is, then we just need something that doesn't use up our normal summon, but we can't. If we draw into it, we still want to be able to use it and do our special summon, right? So, I don't really mind going to 45, for example. I'd be okay with that. But how do we actually go a little further? I'm thinking I would really want to... wait, is this fusion from hand deck only? So not field. Okay, just had to check. So we need a few more bodies to be able to do like stuff with Verte and Dagda, obviously. But we currently don't generate enough bodies the way we're playing right now. And I mean, ideally, in an ideal world, of course, we would want to run some more artifact cards, like Moral Talk as well. And I mean, we're not going as far as running Durandal this time around, although that would be nice. We would just go for this, I guess. And actually, where's the one that resets? We might want that one, actually. Yeah, let's grab a Fail Not. And we don't really need Caduceus, I guess, and we're probably fine with that. And just for funsies, I'll put in, like, Sprite Elf. It might be relevant. Sprite Elf, bring back Dagda, and then we can, I don't know, like, maybe DPE pop Dagda on our opponent's turn. Like, I think that's not, like, that bad. We just need to be able to make Elf. I'm not sure if Elf is the play, but, like, if Elf is not the play, we can just run second Dagda, I guess. And that should also be fine. So, let's see. The idea of, like, Dagda getting popped and then being able to summon anything back, if we needed to, we could potentially summon Fail Not, I guess. Go, like, Fail Not effect, set a different guy. That's not, like, the worst thing in the world, I guess. So, let's see. What do we have? So this is like an additional body, but that would be for later. So on the first turn right now, I think we can only get like around 4-ish bodies if we start with E-Telly. And that's enough for, like, either Dagda to Sulkin or, like, Verte Dagda. We're lacking a few bodies. If we get, like, 2 more bodies, I think that's actually, like, enough, straight up. So, interesting. I can't really think off of the top of my head right now, like, a way to just get, like, some bodies. Like, danger is, like, cards. You know, danger exists, but I don't necessarily want to, like, discard my danger monsters or anything like that. So that's not necessarily ideal. So for now, let's do this. And then let's search special summon. We won't use the filter because it only shows, like, freaking chaos monsters for some reason. Which is not going to be helpful at all. Maybe I'll get some inspiration here. So right now we're mostly playing psychic monsters though. And Altergeist Multifaker. Interestingly enough, we cannot use this Multifaker. Wow. We can't use cash because if we draw into cash, then it's just chilling in our hand, so we don't really want to do that either. Spectre, Majesty Pegasus. No. I don't think we can utilize that either. And yeah, I can't think of anything to, like, give us the extra bodies we need for now. I don't really think I have a good idea that doesn't, like, lock you or anything, which is a little bit rough. Like, we can't use Bestials, really. I mean, we can kind of maybe use Bestials, but it's not, like, that great. That's only 1 body. It won't give us the, like, 2. We need about 2, I'd say, to get this to work out. Like, Zephyros might help a little bit, actually. Like, if we can discard Zephyros for a cost, and then return our copy of Punk Jam Extreme Session, like, 1 copy of that. But we would need enough Punk monsters in our hand to make this work as well. So maybe not that. Oh, what about this? If this face-up card leaves the field, special summon a Steam token. And if this card is in your graveyard, you contribute 1 monster, special summon this card from the graveyard. How many times can we use Steam? I mean, Steam's not, like, super that good here because we would need to normal summon Steam. But just to check, so let's say we normal summon Steam, link off for Elmirage, then we have a token, and I guess link monster Elmirage. You contribute 1 monster, special summon this. This is a once per duel effect. Then we can use Steam to tribute, like, either Elmirage or the token, I guess. This is 2 different names, right? So I guess we would... Well, it doesn't matter which one we tribute then. Then we link them off again, and then we will have, like, a token left over. So that's, like, essentially around 2-ish bodies, I think, is it? No, it's, like, 3. Off of just having, Steam the Cloak on the field. And if we do that, we can't use it to make Verte, so ideally you would make probably Verte first and then do Dagda, I guess. Like, that makes sense to me. Well, in case you don't want to run, like, a Link Spider or anything like that to link off the monster. That's fine. And must be special summoned by a Wire Monster's effect. You can special summon this card from the graveyard if it was there when the monster was bashed or not. What? If a monster is bashed by a card effect, you can special summon this card from the graveyard. Bash it when it leaves the field. If this card is special summoned, you can target 1 card in the field zone and 1 monster your opponent controls or in the graveyard. Banish them. No. Enoch. No. If we don't care about attacking, I guess, like, you could technically use, like, runic cards. It wouldn't necessarily be the best, but you could runic it up. I think there's, like, enough deck space to feasibly make that happen. Would I want to do that? Probably not. So, if there's, like, something significantly better than the punk package, maybe running that is not the worst. If we had bricks, though, actually, Magician Souls might not be bad. We can just put back cards with Magician Souls. So actually, I guess this is also a body, right? So what we can do if we run Illusion of Chaos with Magician Souls is that we can special summon Magician Souls, or let's see, and then dump a guy, right? So in this case, I guess we would dump Illusion of Chaos every single time. And we can also put away Illusion of Chaos with Illusion of Chaos, or we can, and then add a copy of Magician Souls. So this is always, like, fairly live, but we would preferably have, like, good spell traps to, send. Wait, I can send artifact cards on the field, can't I? What? It count as spells when they're face down. Oh, that's interesting, actually. And then you can just draw cards off of that. This adds a whole new layer. Oh my god. So I'm not getting bricked by those anymore, and I can also get rid of some other stuff. Huh. And if I wanted to do a search off of Madam Spider, I can. Interesting. Very interesting, actually. That's a bit of a big brain play. So what now? What else do we maybe want? This is one body, so that doesn't go all the way where we need it to, I guess. Because preferably we would keep, like, both, like, all of our monsters, like our Ultima, Tzolk'in, Degda, and Verte. So we're still, like, even if we draw into a Magician Souls or, like, our Illusion of Chaos, we're still, like, a body short. Illusion of Chaos put itself back is also pretty nice to have, I guess. And we can put back, like, Fusion Destiny or, like, Dasher or whatever if we want. Or alternatively, do we even need Verte? What if we just have a different way to summon DPE? That's not, like, completely off the table, I guess. Telephon. Actually, if you set up Telephon, you can, like, link climb pretty high and, like, start making link monsters, I guess, right? If we have 3 Telephons in circulation. We could definitely get, like, this and this, but we will not be able to get, like, Ultima Tzolk'in, which is part of why we need Punk. So we can summon, like, I don't know, Gam Dragon Drive, summon back, like, Foxy Toon or something, and then we can make, like, Ultima Tzolk'in, and then we'll still have one guy, one body, I guess. And then we'll probably want to make, like, Degda Verte. So we're 3 bodies short of that, I think. This only adds 1 body, so even if we have Magician Souls, we only get, like, Tzolk'in Degda, or Tzolk'in Verte. But, like, we do not need to trigger, like, Degda specifically for Ultima Tzolk'in, because we'll be able to, like, Madame Spider effect in that line. So we will be able to always set, like, Dangerous or Nashiwari Surprise to trigger our Ultima Tzolk'in. So that is actually still not, like, that bad, I guess. Although we are lacking, like, a body to do, like, something with, like, Verte, I guess. I guess, interestingly enough, with the amount of bodies, if we're 1 short, we can go, like, set a card, trigger Ultima Tzolk'in, and then that will allow us to also trigger Dagda, and then we can potentially link off Dagda to make like Verte. If we're just going for only a Scythe and not committing like to really getting mileage out of our Dagda, then that play I guess is perfectly fine, right? It's okay. So that's interesting. Like I guess if we have no, that doesn't really make sense. Well, actually, if we have Scythe in the graveyard, and we could just set like Moral Talk or something else, like I don't know. I guess probably Moral Talk, yeah. Moral Talk makes sense. So we can set like Moral Talk off of Dagda and then like pop Dagda the next turn. Special summon Scythe, I guess. That'd be an interesting play to make. I'll lick the Golden Lord. I mean, we don't have any like good way to access him at this point in time. We don't have a good way to access a lot of things. But actually, I guess we could do this. So we can like special summon like a Mech Knight, because we'll be able to set up the zones properly for it. But I don't think we like have a good way to utilize our Mech Knights. Let's see what attribute these guys are. This is dark, this is light, this is dark. So after a certain point, we could potentially do Orchest, because all of the monsters we're summoning after, like, we summon Dagda are actually all dark monsters, I guess. So why not? Sometimes you just gotta go for it, I guess. So let's do like this, and I believe that's like the amount you would want to run for Orchest anyways. And then we have the extra deck space to run Orchest anyways, so why not? I think we'll just see how many cards we can fit. Oh. I don't like this kind of, these kind of, blah, blah. I don't really like this kind of ratio, but sure, it does the job. So this should be pretty close to good enough, actually. If we draw like, oh, yeah, we have it here. So we have E-Telly here, and we also have Illusion of Chaos. So here we would probably start with Illusion of Chaos, and we'll put back Dasher. We'll grab Magician Souls, and we'll discard our Illusion of Chaos in hand later. I guess, will we? No, we'll keep it, I guess, because we really need to get Orchest Nightmare out of our hand, which the Punk stuff will do for us. So we'll put this back, and then we'll add this to our hand, and then we can just special summon this, and it will send a Illusion of Chaos from our deck to the graveyard. And then we'll go ahead, and if we draw into like 2 like Illusions of Chaos, I guess, I'll draw 1 extra card. So now we have Emergency Teleport. We can Emergency Teleport for Xiamen, adding Foxy Tune, and then we can Foxy Tune to special summon Sharakusai, and we'll dump, of course, Orchest Nightmare, and then I guess we would Sharakusai effect summon Rising Carp, and then Rising Carp effect to summon Deer Note and Wagon. So Wagon, and then we would Wagon effect to, of course, add the field spell, and then we would activate the field spell, and then we would special summon Dragon Drive adding Madame Spider, and we'll, of course, special summon back Foxy Tune, and then I realize I messed up. I don't have a non-tuner because we're not running the guy. Whoops. We actually need a tuner to do the Tzolk'in line. The exhaustion's getting to me, I guess. So, I realize now that we can't get the draws if we want a Dragon Drive here. We need a tuner. There's no level 8 Punk tuner to make the Tzolk'in with. I mean, we can work around that, but whatever. This is still an okay hand anyways. Okay, though. I think we should actually solve this issue, so let's go check Synchro 8. So for tuners, the only legit one we can make is Omega or whatever. No, not Omega. Sigma, I think, right? So the Geomathmex Sigma, I believe, over here is a tuner that's generic to make. Aside from that, there's no generic ones, I believe. So our only option is realistically to go into Deobulantis, the Menacing Mantis, and then this allows us to send an insect or plant monster from your deck to the graveyard, up to the number of non-tuners used for its Synchro Summon. Is there any insect or plant monsters we might want to send? Oh, actually, Gildogra can be sent off of this, but that's not useful here. So insect or plant monsters, nothing comes to mind, of course, but we can change Deoblantis, the Menacing Mantis, into a tuner, or we can use this to change well, actually it has to be itself, yeah. So I have this guy, so I would prefer to use him over the other guys, just so I don't have to craft him. But technically you would have to go into Deobulantis instead of like Punk Jam Dragon Drive, which is actually a bit rough, because then we won't get we'll only get one draw. Yeah, that sucks, actually. And we won't have a way to get, into Ultimate to Zulkin otherwise. I kind of forgot about that. Okay. So we'll just put him in for now, I guess, and work it out. But, like, if we make him... we still have the same amount of bodies, so it doesn't change that, it just changes the amount of draws we get. We'll at least get one, I guess, which is nice, and we'll still be able to special summon a guy back, right? Or special summon up the Madam Spider, right? Actually, we won't be able to add the Madam Spider off of this. So we would need like an additional pumpkin hand to get the extra draw. Otherwise, we'd need a pumpkin hand as well to special summon. Oh. That's pretty awkward, isn't it? Huh. A tuner and non-tuner of the same level that is higher than 5. Well, it works good enough, so I'm not, like, completely upset, so we'll just leave it be for now. Until I figure out a better thing to do. Maybe instead of Punk, we can run, like, Pendulum Magician still with Orchist, because I think they synergize okay enough. Illusion of Chaos, and we can just put back Babel, I guess, is fine. Or do we wait to put back something else? Technically, we can wait on Illusion of Chaos as long as we want. So we can do that and just start off with Xiamen and Foxy Toon, and then go from there. If we have 2 in hand, I think we definitely get the 2 draws, so let's do 2 draws. So Wagon, we run to Deer Note, so we can technically get Deer Note, but we won't get Wagon, because we would have special summoned Wagon to add the field spell, and then done our draws, so one more draw. Harporer, not bad. We don't have a way to get both of these out of our hand, actually, which is a bit awkward. So we would have discarded Nightmare for sure already, and we don't play Brass Bombard, so I guess we would probably put back Harporer, logically. And then still been able to do the Madame Spider line. But let me count the bodies real quick. So it's like 1, 2, this, and then we go into this, and then this. We would go into like Deobulantis, I guess, probably. And with Xiamen effect, we would actually probably, let's see, we would search Madame Spider off this, right? And then we would summon Sharakusai off of this. And then we would also be able to access Wagon off of Rising Carp, so that's every like punk name accounted for. And then with Dioblantis, we would make Ultimaya to Zulkin, so our current body count is, like, essentially 0. So, how do we summon Degda, though? That is the question. How do we summon Degda? So Degda requires 2 effect monsters, and right now we're mostly out of summons. We still have Illusion of Chaos to summon our copy of Magician Souls, but we can't activate like our Orcus cards because this will lock us out of special summoning non-dark monsters. And now that I think about it, even then we can't summon Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon off of this because it is not a dark. So Orcus is not the play. Actually, we can't do Orcus. That is not going to work, but it was a good attempt, I guess, at least. Yeah, I guess we have to just figure something else, so I'd probably be looking at Pendulum Magician, so I guess I'll just leave a note here for myself. So Pendulum Magician artifact probably works. Smile. Yeah, so that should probably work, and I don't know, I'm wondering if like the send effect works on scales as well. Like, because technically, like, scaled cards, you know, cards in the pendulum zones are like continuous spells effectively. So maybe like Magician Souls can send those, but I'm not sure if that works or not. So I mean, for now though, we do have like a pretty good idea of being able to like activate Ultimaya Tzolk'in multiple times off of Dagda, and we have like Verte with like Dagda, and that's pretty crazy strong as well, and we can trigger Dagda multiple times. And of course, this is all just so we could play our artifact cards in our main deck. The artifact like Quick XYZ and stuff, those cards aren't like that good, so probably not too concerned with how we can implement those. But yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.